Hey, this is Rev J with Rev J Rides. We are just about to enter the next small town on our Tennessee small town tour. There's a funeral home that's part of this town. This town is called Waverly. Waverly is a significant town in a lot of reasons, but I'm going to share something with you that happened 3 years ago in a moment. As you see this, I just wanted to show you that we came down into the valley. This camera probably does not do this justice, I'm sure. But it's important for us to see that we drop into a valley when we come into this town. There's a ridge on one side and a ridge on the other side with a big old valley in the middle, and that's where that town is built. This is kind of the crossroad, if you will, to the main street that goes across, and that main street just follows the valley. I'm not going to be able to go through that main street. I'm just going to go across this cross street and show you a few things here. It is a neat little town, a bunch of neat little buildings, old buildings, a lot of history. That's all cool. But that's not the primary reason I'm talking with you. Maybe coming up on it now. I am currently on Highway 13, dropping south into Waverly. I will be crossing US 70 in a moment. If I look what I think is level, I'm looking this way. So the valley is going way down. I'm not sure we're in the deepest valley yet. I think I may have a little more to go. Yeah, we're going to go back up a little bit here. There's a Missionary Baptist church. There's a park, a few other things here. We're not to the main part of town yet. So the story that I'm going to tell you is a longer story, but I want to show you the town first. Okay, so here I am on this ridge, and I'm looking across to that ridge, and I'm dropping into the town. First thing you need to know is this is Highway 70 right below me here. There you go. And up ahead is the town. Here's some neat little buildings coming up. It's not really a square, but it's neat old buildings in this cross area here. It's an old church. I don't think it's a church anymore. There's some old buildings there and some old buildings here, another church. There's some buildings down there. Yeah, there is a square. I tell you what, I'm gonna go around this square. Let's see what I can do here. I forgot that there was a square. It's just a real small one. That's all. Okay, so again, this one's told. I'm told I can't go that way. So let me go around. See some neat buildings there. A lot of cool stuff. I do know First Baptist Church is over that way. I've been there several times. So real quick, I'm not going to be able to show you First Baptist Church right now. It's probably like a few buildings down to my right. Then you can see these neat old buildings here that were part of the square, are part of the square. Alright, so there you go. You got a lot of neat little buildings. You got the courthouse, Humphreys County Courthouse. Really cool, fresh manna right there. All kinds of neat old buildings. Here's some more on the square here, an old movie theater. I bet that's cool. Anyways, here we are. So Humphreys County. And now I'm going to get back out on the main road. Very small square, but it's still very cool. I like it. I love stuff like that. But this valley is so deep compared to this ridge up to my right and the ridge on the other side over there. This is the story. This town was part of probably the worst flood known in Tennessee that I'm aware of, because of that valley partially. But that's not the only reason. You may say, well, it was silly to build this town in that valley. I think, I could be wrong, but this may be the only flood that happened. And it happened less than 3 years ago. I'm sure that they got record amounts of rainfall. When I say record, I know that it had been well over 100 years since it rained anything like this. And I don't remember the exact numbers. Might have been 14 inches, might have been 17 inches. But somewhere in the span of about 3 or 4 hours, they got between 14 and 17 inches of rain. This I'm sure of, okay? That's a lot of rain in a short time. Now you combine that with the valley, it's a big problem, but that wasn't all. That wasn't the only reason why they had this problem. Turns out that the railroad had done some construction. I don't know if they were already finished with the construction or if it was still going on. But it had been recent. And whatever it was they constructed, it turned out to act like a dam. It wasn't built for that purpose. It wasn't supposed to be a dam, but the area that the water was supposed to go through got clogged up with a bunch of debris that came from further downstream or upstream. Anyways, further down. And so a combination of things happened. A whole lot of rain, this valley, some construction by the railroad company, and debris that had not been cleaned and cleared over the years. All combined to pack that water up against that dam until finally it just like exploded, you know, not exploded, but just burst. And here came all of that water through that valley back there. Several people died. It was a horrific event. Tennessee, like Tennessee Baptist, we did disaster relief here. We started out like full time for non-stop 24 hours a day, it seemed like, for 6 weeks. It was huge. And then even after that, we would send teams in for a weekend and stuff for, golly, I bet it was close to a year. Those were some awful times. Those people back there in that valley that lived in that valley lived through a nightmare. And that's if they lived. I'm not sure how many died, but several died. Hey, even though it's 3 years later, you might want to lift up a prayer for those families. They're still hurting. This is part of the Tennessee Small Town Tour. Coming to a small town near you. Rev J just rode through Waverly, Tennessee.
Hit like, share, and subscribe.